making the video, we grab our footage here and then just simply drag and drop onto the timeline. Now then, I'm going to be wanting to edit two shots together, so I'll just bring this back to the part I want, which is up to there, and then I'll drag this down again onto the timeline like so, and again just select the part that I want by simply pulling it like so, and I want it from here, and then I just bring it over here and it will snap to like so. Okay, for this next one I'm going to show how to do a crossfade for the video transition. So first of all I start by clicking here just in between, then I go to the effects button up here and I click on video transitions, then go down to dissolve, then find, well for this I'm going to use a cross dissolve, so add that in there. And then I can make this slightly longer if I want, or shorter, however long I want it. So to make it look sensible, obviously, I'm going to have it a little bit shorter, and then let's run it through, see how that looks. And that is a cross dissolve. For this next effect, I'm going to be showing how to how to fade straight into a shot. So first of all I bring the timeline back to say about here, then I double click it, then I go over to motion up here, and then I go straight down to opacity, and then click this button here which is known as a keyframe, and then so I've dropped a keyframe now, and I bring it back where I drop another keyframe. Now then, for this fade I'll bring this opacity right down to 0 so it starts off at black, and move this over slightly, and this is at full opacity, so once it's over here you'll be able to see what's going on. So let's see how that looks. Go. And that there at the beginning is a fade into the shot, which just makes it look a little bit neater. Okay, now that we've sorted out video, we're going to add in some text. So once again, we go to Effects, scroll down until we find text, which is here. Then the usual, drag and drop onto the timeline. And then I can double click on this. Then go over to Controls. And here is just, as you would on a Word document, you just mess around with the text. So here we've got fonts, then we've got size, style, center alignment, left or right, and the usual. So for this I'm going to write the title. Now I can drag this back here, and there we are, Will walking. Go. And that is how you add in text. Now then, that's video out of the way, so we're going to be concentrating on audio. So the audio is the green bar here, but I don't like this, I want to add in a music track. So to do this, I go over to this button on the right here, linked selection, I click it. Now this way I can separately tamper with the music. So I click this and delete it as I don't want it. Now then, to add in a music track, I've already got one at the moment on here, so I'll just drag that down quickly, and that's the usual drag and drop, like so. Now then, when adding in a music track, you have to do something called a render, because, well, it can't recognise it at the moment, so we go to render all, sorry, I've done that wrong. We have to click on this. Now we go to render all, and then we go down to audio, like so. Now this only takes a second, and now we have music in the film. Okay, now that the music's in there, I can tamper with that. So first of all, the music's a little bit too loud. So I go over here, double click, and this pink line here will determine how loud it is. So I want it just a little bit quieter, so we'll put it to here. And now, let's see how that sounds. Okay, that's good. Now we can determine how loud the music is from these green bars over here. Now, when the green bars go up into the red section here, then we know it's too loud. So it should be just where it is now. Anything below that's too quiet and above is too loud. Right, now for the sound we're going to do a cross dissolve. For this we do the same thing as we did for a video really. We go up to here, click on effects, down to audio transitions, click on the crossfade and do a drag and drop down to about there. Now then, let's see how this sounds. Okay, that wasn't quite long enough, but what that does is it just smoothly takes you into the song instead of just straight in. There we go. Finally, for the audio, I wish to fade it out again at the end, just to make the ending a little bit softer. So, I double click here, then go up to this screen, and as for what we did for the opacity, I drop a key point here, then bring this over to about there, drop another key point, and then bring the second key point right down to there, and just bring that a little bit more forward. Now then, that should be the fade out, but because we're messing around with the music, I'm going to have to render it again. And now that's rendered, we can see how the fade out plays back. And that was a fade out. Okay, now that the film's fully edited, this is the final piece on the right hand screen here. Not a masterpiece, but there you go.